Hey guys, so Davon here. I am talking about my new release, You Are Different. And so, if you don't know me, now, my name is Davon Clark, and about several years ago, I started writing children's books. And I started with my first series called The Adventures of Prada Enchilada. We are now 5 books in with Prada Enchilada, and it helps kids identify objects, utilize basic math skills, and learn fun facts. And I started that because I used to substitute teach from Camden, New Jersey, all the way to California. Los Angeles, California, and I always saw that kids were not very interested in reading, so I try to make it a little bit more fun by having them participate and learn cool facts and also add while doing it. But nonetheless, I'm here today to talk about You Are Different, and it's called You Are Different because I want kids and even young adults to embrace the things about them that are different. That people might say, oh, you're weird, or oh, you're awkward, or oh, why do you do this, or why do you do that? Just hopefully you guys will see that those differences are what make you, you, and those differences, if you embrace them fully, they will take you to worlds unimaginable, and you'll be doing exciting things if you just embrace those differences. So the book goes through a whole thing of talking about different differences in subtle ways. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about it because I know people are buying the book and they're reading it, but I wasn't sure if they were understanding some of the subtleties and the nuances in the book. So it talks about the 5 senses, but while talking about the 5 senses, we go through the color spectrum of African Americans. Of course, I couldn't put every African American inside the book because there's only 5 senses. However, it does go through the color spectrum where we go from the lighter African American to the darker African American, and while we're doing that, we see different nuances on our African American people because a lot of people don't really show this in books or do they talk about it. But like on the back of the book, the young male, look, he has freckles. So yes, African Americans do have freckles, you guys. So this young male in the book has freckles. And then I also put something else in here because when I was little, my friend, his brother came up when I was little, and he had red hair. So I put in here an African American with red hair because yes, African Americans do exist with red hair. You guys, and I just wanted to show like those small little nuances in our community. But as you can see, it takes you through the different color hue within our community, and there are more colors in our community from for African Americans. But I just touched on a few because remember the book is about 5 senses too, so I can only touch on 5 different characteristics. But however, I wanted to go real quick to this part in the book which I wanted to touch on too, because I touch on a little bit about on the book from different things, but one of it is around mental illness. So on this section, it's called "You Are Different. Can You Feel?" So I'm going to read a piece of it to you guys real quick. The way you move cannot be touched. Fast, fast, fast. People will say, "Slow down. You're always in a rush." Yet you know the day is not long, so you have to get everything done before time hits dawn. So I'm not sure if people notice this in the book. However, on this young lady's hat it says OCD. So in this book I try to touch a little bit about different communities and different facets within the African American community, and one of them are mental illness. And so a lot of people might be like, well, OCD is not a mental illness, but it stands for what is it? Obsessive compulsive disorder, sorry. And it is titled as a mental illness. However, I don't want people who have this particular disorder to think that they are not in control or they cannot succeed in their life. So I wanted to show this in here that this young lady has OCD. However, her OCD is about her always wanting to keep stuff tidy, want to keep stuff in order, want to straighten up her room. So I just wanted to show that and just touch on a little bit. However, showing that her difference makes her to become a 5-star general in the army. So that difference of her being overly obsessive with getting things done, with staying on task, with always being quick, led her to become a 5-star general in the army. So that's just a few of the things I'm trying to touch in the book, but to let you understand that this difference of you having like OCD or any other trait in which people say, oh, that's weird, oh, that's awkward, why are you doing that, stop this, stop that, just to understand that, embrace that trait, because look, it can lead from one thing to another thing. So celebrate it because we want to celebrate you. So nonetheless, that's a little bit about You Are Different, which is out now. You can either go to Amazon or BarnesandNobles.com and pick up a copy for your child and also for you too, because you need to be inspired too. or you can go to www.adckid slash well no www.adckid dot com/books dash one. So that's www.adckid.com/books dash one. Oh, that's a long thing. Sorry, guys. And you can pick up a copy of You're Different. If you buy them for ADC Kids, shipping is free. Nonetheless, the new book is called You Are Different, and I hope to see copies in your baby's hands. Take care.